Baby, you talking about a battle? They had a battle. This was drag epicness at its best. At its absolute best. I was thoroughly entertained. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 4. This was episode 5, I believe it was. Yeah, 5. Baby, all of the 4 girls who have actually been eliminated, Miss Latrice, Miss Gia Gunn, Farrah, and Jasmine Masters are back. And we come in right away before Ru even comes down and says what we're doing, because they were sitting there looking like they didn't know what was going on. I'm sitting at home. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm like, this is going to be some type of an epic twist. I could just feel it in my spirit. It was going to be some type of an epic twist that Ru hadn't done before. I was so here for it. I was so excited. And before we could even get through to any of that, Farrah was still crying about being sent home by Valentina and talking about this non-existent ass relationship or friendship that they supposedly had. I said, girl, if you don't get over this shit and sit your ass down somewhere and get to the task at hand, the thing right now, bitch, is what can I do to stay? This is where your mind should be. I don't know what all this other shit you're doing is. What can I do to make certain that I stay here? That's what you need to be worried about, Farrah. Get over it, bitch. Anyway, so they go, and I was waiting on this too, to see who did the girls actually choose. Whose lipstick did they actually have? Both girls actually chose Valentina. And I think it was like a lights on moment for Valentina. She's like, and then you would think that the lights would come on and then she would be like, okay, so this is what's going on. I know what's going on now. I got to pay attention. No. Valentina went straight into that world of delusion that she's in. And she's like, oh, they just want to send me home. They want to send me home because I'm so good. And I did so good. I said, no, mama, that's not what happened, girl. They were going to send you home, bitch, because it was time to go. That's why they were going to send you home. It was time for you to go. That's why you were getting ready to go, because it was time. Girl, your megabus ticket was out front. That's why you were going home, honey. But anyway, she got in her delusion, baby. And I said, okay, girl, well, you know, however, Latrice has sat over there and said, somebody's lying. I said, Lord, because she was like, I did good, girl. Honey, Latrice was kikiing, and I was kikiing at him. I said, girl, that child, she don't got it all. She really don't. Valentina is loose as a damn Christmas goose, but whatever. So then there was a little conversation between Latrice and Monique. And Latrice basically accused Monique of wanting to send her home because of her friendship with Monet. And Monique assured her, no, baby, I sent you home because you deserve to go home. I was like, oh, oh. You know, and I was sitting there and I was like, And y'all know I love Latrice. Y'all know I am Team Latrice all day long, baby. I am Team Latrice. I love her to death. I love her to death. But Latrice's tood, her tood, I was like, oh, Latrice, you're killing me with this tood. I don't know what's going on, mama, but you killing me with this tood. I don't know. It was getting to be a bit much. I was like, all right, whatever. You know, I gotta call. I do the real thing. I love her, but I gotta call her out You know, I said whenever she left, it was fine that she felt, you know, I've been in this business, so I'm owed some leeway. Well, we all know that that's bullshit, but I would have felt better. I said this too, that I'm okay with you feeling that way. I would have felt better if she just didn't say it. You understand what I'm saying? If you just didn't say it, I'd have been all right with it. But that's kind of the feeling I had got. I was like, oh, Latrice. But anyway, she was going into this whole thing, and she was like, listen, Monique was basically in, she's in Latrice's crosshairs, and that was it. She gonna say, girl, love ya, mean it. I said, girl, that's shade, honey. That's shade. That's keywords for I'm gonna get you, bitch. I was like, okay. So Ru comes down. I love this hat that Ru had on, child. Ru, you know, Ru did his little suit thing and all of that. Ru had this real sharp hat. I said, come on, Ru, bitch. I like the little hat. I like the little groove. Ru comes down and says, well, what we're doing, girls, we're doing what's going to be called Lip Sync Lollapalooza. I said, oh, God, here she go. I said, please don't let this be one of them plays or one of them things. But no, baby, she gave me just what I needed and what I've always wanted, baby. This was an epic, all-out, drag-down, goddamn windmilling lip sync battle episode. I said, oh my goodness. I am so here for this. She took the 4 girls. They got to choose in the backwards order of how they left. So the 4th week, 3rd week, 2nd week, 1st week. Those girls got to choose one girl that they wanted to compete against in a lip sync battle. And whoever won stayed and the other one goes home. I said, oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. I said, come on. And Monique, I'm sorry, not Monique, Monet and Manila, since they were the tops last week, had automatic immunity. So they didn't have to do it, bitch. All they had to do was get dressed, look lovely, and sit back and watch the fireworks. I said, oh, and them 2 whores were just as happy. I said, I know y'all are. Right then, from that point going forward, you started to see personal shit found its way into the workroom, and nobody was really trying to hide it anymore. People were saying what they wanted to say. People were giving, bitch, I am a motherfucking lip sync assassin, bitch, and I'm ready to roll, bitch, come on, come. You know, bitch was talking shit. I said, okay. Gia came in, and naturally, you know, she started with what she did. She was aggravating Trinity, honey, and Trinity was like, girl, I know what you're trying to do, but girl, you're not going to build my narrative, honey. It's not my narrative. I'm not scared of anyone, honey. I'm ready to go with whatever it is that we're doing. I'm ready. I was like, okay. And Gia kept poking and prodding at her. I said, girl, okay, whatever. Then Trinity had this little talk with Fair, because Fair was still whining. And I was like, Fair, you're irritating me. You're irritating me, and that's not good. She was like really bothering me. And she basically had this little talk with her. And after that, Fair was cool. Fair was like, okay, gotta get my little self-confidence together, gotta get my shit on, and let's go. And I'm like, okay, cool. And because the whole thing, I'm telling you, Valentina and her talk, Valentina, she keeps wanting something from Valentina that Valentina doesn't have. Valentina doesn't have that in her. She is a nasty bitch, period. And she does not care about you. She doesn't care about you. She is there for a specific reason, and you can't even get mad at that. You know, you can't get mad at, she is there to do a job. You can't get mad at that. But just on a whole, of course, she don't give a shit about you, child. You need to get over it. You need to get over it. That's just who she is. Valentina's Valentina. She's a snake. Girl, she bit you a couple times at school. So we go ahead. Now, this is something you guys, y'all tell me in the comments how you all felt about this. I was completely out of sorts with this whole thing of the runway for the week. The runway was Lollapalooza Extravaganza. And I was at a loss because they start coming out, and girls are coming out in cat suits. They're coming out in dance costumes. And I'm like, I missed something here. The only person who I thought actually listened to the title and dressed for the title was Monet, who didn't count because she had immunity anyway, and what she had on didn't even fit well. It had a bad fit. It was a gown, but it had a bad fit. The fitting wasn't proper, so it wasn't elegant either because I couldn't get around the fit of it. So I was like, okay, I just didn't get that. So I thought that was just a whole waste of a category. And I had spoken with my one daughter, and I said to her, I said, girl, I don't get it. And she said, well, you know, mother, it's just, you know, they had to get dressed and everything because of their lip syncs. And I said, but baby, listen, we're drag queens. This is what we're known for. We're known for fast costume changes. Fast costume changes is what we do. So that doesn't hold up. That don't hold water in the glass. I don't know what Ru was doing. I don't know what Ru was thinking, but I just thought that whole runway thing was just a waste. But that's just me. Y'all tell me what y'all thought, and I don't know, maybe it'll change my mind. Okay, so we go through that. We start off, they start going backwards, okay? So the first battle was Jasmine Masters versus Trinity. Jasmine chose Trinity. Well, actually, because, you know, she was the last one to pick, so she kind of just got stuck with Trinity for the most part. Ciao. And then the song was Peanut Butter. And I said then, good night, Miss Jasmine. Good night, because I knew at that point, Trinity, well, I don't know. See, Jasmine's strength is actually definitely in stage performance and lip sync. She is a good lip syncer. She is a good performer. I've never met her in person, but I have seen many of her videos, and that's the thing that made me really fall in love with Jasmine, was watching her perform. And a lot of times Jasmine and I, we do a lot of the same type of music. Our fashion sense is similar, you know. Our aesthetic is a lot similar, and she blows me off on some other stuff. I just can't get with her, some of her attitude and some different things like that we learned as she got to the drag race thing. Made me feel a little differently about her. But anyway, still a fan. But I knew before the song even started that she wasn't going to be able to win this battle. And the whole peanut butter thing, I'm like, that is so outside of her wheelhouse. You know what I mean? Come on, she does Patti LaBelle like I do. What the hell are you going to do with peanut butter? I was like, okay. I said, come on, Miss Jasmine. But Miss Jasmine does dance and stuff too. Same, man. I was like, come on, girl. And, you know, she does a little, she can do a little bopping. So I was like, come on, Jasmine. But she didn't, it just didn't work. It didn't work. It wasn't even, I've seen Jasmine dance better. But again, dancing, if you're not like really a dancing girl, it all has to do with atmosphere, how loud the music is, how you're feeling at that time, that kind of thing. And I just don't think that any of those things were lining up for Jasmine. So, you know, Trinity literally slayed her. She slayed her. And, you know, peanut butter is really about twerking and stuff. And Trinity got that body, you know, and that ass. And, of course, you know, she stripped down. Outfit was sharp. Stripped down. Her ass is out. So, you know, that was it. It was a wrap for Jasmine. So Jasmine lost. So she had to sashay away. Next battle was Farrah versus Valentina. Farrah chose Valentina. I said, okay, girl, this is your chance. And they did my little song, Kitty Girl. I like that. Hey, Kitty Girl. I like that little song. And, baby, they got to doing that. And, Farrah can't dance. Farrah can't dance. Farrah needs something with substance. Farrah needs something with choreography and things like that. So as a freestyle performer, I don't know that anything that... It would have had to be, again, in her wheelhouse. It would have had to be like a Britney Spears song or something like that, that maybe she would have knew a couple of the moves and could have stiffed her way through them. But it wasn't going to work because Valentina is very well studied. She ain't no fierce dancer either, but she studies. She studies. I'll give the bitch that. The bitch studies. And she knows how to play sex kitten. And she did that. And she was very cute. And getting on her knees and doing little cat paws and different things like that. And it came across very cute. And the bitch looked good. The bitch looked good. You know her looks. That bitch is garments. Her garments, her wigs, and, please. But take nothing away from Fair, because baby, Fair was giving you, it was a showgirl situation. Her little bodysuit was everything. So, but she just couldn't beat her. It was what it was. Hands down, Valentina stayed, Fair left. Next one, Gia Gunn and Naomi Smalls. And it was so funny because Gia Gunn was giving this old pep talk. I said, oh, Gia Gunn, you bitch. She was giving this little pep talk to Naomi, and meanwhile went back there and picked her. Went back there and picked her because she thought she was the weakest link. I said, oh, that was cute. And they got the song Adrenaline. And I ain't gonna lie, they both did a good job. I was glad that I wasn't in a position to have to choose. I was glad that it was Ru that had to actually choose who was going to win that battle. Because I don't know if I could have. I don't know if I could have chose who would have won. I may have let them both stay. Because it was a situation of them giving Sex Kitten, and they both gave Sex Kitten. They really, really did. But baby, that goddamn, there were certain things that our baby girl, Naomi, did that just, they were undeniable. That bitch, and they both gave you long, straight hair, bitch. Human hair, baby. And that Naomi at one point did this back bend, baby. Her hair was, it wasn't touching the floor. It was laying on the floor. She was bent all the way back, and then she just laid back into it. I said, girl, it's over. It's over. She did. She sent Miss Gia right on packing. I said, oh, well, girl. And then it was the battle that we were all waiting on. Baby, it was going down. Latrice versus Monique. And then I looked up, honey, and the song was Sissy That Walk. I said, oh, this is getting ready to be some shit. And when I tell you, these two whores battled. Oh, they battled. Baby, they kicked and they split and they battled. They both did hair reveals. I said, they both started with huge hair, and Latrice pulled hers off first. They had a long ponytail. Monique pulled hers off, baby, and was giving you this orange. It was like a carrot, baby. Orange hair was gorgeous. And you know what? For some strange reason, you know, I think a lot of times Monique's looks throw me off. I have a hard time following them. Never bad, but I just have a hard time following, like, what is this that she's doing? For some reason, like Crayola red and orange and blue and stuff like that, that futuristic color stuff, that shit works for Monique. For me, it works. It just, because I think I see her more as like a caricature than a real person. I think I like her in that lane. And that's not a read. I like her in that space with the waves going to the side, just sticking up in the air and stuff like that. She just can pull that off. And I don't know if it has to do with her personality or her looks or what, but it just works for her, and I like her in that space. But I was really, I love my Latrice, and I am Team Latrice, but I was on the fence. I was like, this is hard. And this, it was like, okay. And Ru went in, and then they said, you know, Latrice, Sashay, you stay, Monique. And Latrice, you know, told her, thank you. I want to fight. I'm so glad that I'm getting the opportunity to fight and all of that. And I was like, all right, ciao. And I was sitting there, and I was just cool. At that point, I was just cool. And then I looked up, and Ru hit us with it, baby, and gave. And Monique, one more thing. You're a winner, baby. And that Monique fell out on the floor. She literally fell out on the floor, and baby, I burst into tears. I said, God damn it. They done got my face all wet. I had tears streaming down my face. I was so happy. And Ru let them both stay. So now, whatever that little beef, and it was so funny, that's I said, look at the maturity level. Because that little beef that they had going, it just, that was the end of it. That was the end of it. It was what it was, girl. You not, you know, you can't lawn mow over me. I can't lawn mow over you, bitch. We are competitors, and we both deserve to be here, bitch. Let's get it. And that's kind of where their attitudes that went. And, you know, Latrice was the first one that ran up and hugged her and stuff. And I was like, this was good. This was good. I really enjoyed it. Really, really good. Of course, you know, I ended up crying and all of that. I was like, I'm glad my damn makeup wasn't done before I watched it. Because I'd been ready to cuss y'all out. But anyway, I enjoyed it. I'm telling you, this All-Stars has been epic. I have enjoyed myself. I mean, it's like every week, I'm like right back here saying the same thing again. Like, oh my God. I had such a great time. Oh my God. These are the things. These are the type of episodes that made me fall in love with this program, with this game. These things like this are things that make me want to go and play the game. These are the things that keep me motivated to keep auditioning, to get my time to try to get on there. I love it. I really do. I love this show. I love the shit that Ru comes up with. I do. It just, these little twists and turns. Child, I just love it. But anyway, until next week. Thank you guys for watching me. Thank you for clicking the video. I appreciate it. Leave your comments down there. I'd love to see what you guys are thinking. And I'll catch y'all next week. Hey, y'all. Latrice is back. All right.